All right, hello, welcome to the stream. We are streaming Overwatch 2. It is the Grizzlies versus Marshalltown Community College today. We are on control on Nepal. Looks like they're going to be running Orisa, Venture, Cassidy, Juno, and Brigitte. I think that's how you pronounce it. All right, both teams are converging on the middle point. Got the first fight starting to ring out. Void Fiber's sneaking in on the flank. They have not noticed him just yet. It seems like their Genji might be onto them. Yes, they are. Switching to Scuba Steve. Fighting head on against their tank. Void Fiber was just barely able to escape that, but Steve gets taken out. This pick might just be what the enemy team needs to make a push. It looks like they are doing it, but they are holding on strong while Steve makes his way back. Looks like everyone's pretty split up right now. Got a bunch of ultimates starting to ring out. The Grizzlies have not got their ultimates charged up just yet. Steve and Dyer will have theirs soon. But the enemy team is going to use that to their advantage and are going to take out Trevin. But now that the Grizzlies are going to have their ults, they might be able to make a push back and take control of the point. Got a high noon coming from Steve. Was he able to land a hit? Nobody does force the enemy to respect his line of sight, and they are all pretty low. Dyer is going in for it. And that is amazing work by Lithium and Dyer, taking out the enemy team and claiming the point for the Grizzlies. Comes the second wave of enemies. Their Juno's going to go down. Everyone's sitting pretty comfortably on HP right now. They're going to have to figure something out if they're going to want to take the point from the Grizzlies at this point. The Orisa does have the ultimate ready, so they're going to have to be careful about that. That is an unfortunate death. That is going to be the point going to Marshalltown. The Grizzlies still have about a 30%, 20% lead in terms of percentage, so they have time. Void Fiber with the flanks again. Void Fiber is a brutal jungler-like character person to go against. Every game that I've spectated with him, he's always been hitting them flanks every time. Point is taken back from Marshalltown by the Grizzlies. They just have to hold it for about a little more than 10 seconds. I think about 15 seconds. They're making a desperate attempt to stop it, but it may not be enough. Brigitte and Cassie are going to go down. Juno's going to go down. And that is all of them. And that is going to be the first round going to the Grizzlies. Sorry if you were not hearing any game audio, we had a mixing issue, but we have fixed it, so you should be able to hear the game now. Going into round 2, both teams are going to meet here in the middle. Got some rockets going out. Their Juno is already on pretty low HP, but so is Steve. Their Venture is going to go down. Trevin is going to go down. Steve may go down here. Steve is going to be eliminated. Two Pharaohs going out of here. Who's the better Pharaoh? Pharah. Pharaoh. Fortunately, Void Fiber is going to go down. It's just up to Dire, and he's going to go down as well. It looks like a regroup is in order. They're sitting pretty comfortably on the point, just waiting for them to come. They don't... I think they're assuming they're going to go through the left angle again, which is going to be what is happening right now. Dire's going to get hit with a spear. Should all to Void Fiber now. I believe they are going to try to make an escape here. They are able to get away. Everyone's all regrouped, ready for another push. Dire's going to go first. Their Pharah is going to go down. A Pharah ult, taking out Venture. Steve takes out Orisa. Void Fiber takes out Juno. And our Juno takes out the Brigitte. And that is the point going to the Grizzlies. Now they're going to have to hold on to it pretty much this entire time. If they lose a team fight, it is going to be Marshalltown taking home this round. See if Steve can get a pick with High Noon. He is able to hit their Brigitte, but is not a kill. Void Fiber takes out Juno. Brigitte is going to go down. Void Fiber's going to go down. Steve's going to go down. It's just Lithium and Dire left. Now, are they going to retreat here, or are they going to try to hold the point? It's just Dire by himself. And he is going to go down, unfortunately. And that is round 2 going to Marshalltown.
Hello. Score 1-1. Ready for battle.
Alright, so we are now going into round number 3. Looks like we're going to be running Diva, Venture, Cassidy, Juno, and Brigitte. Everyone trading damage pretty evenly. Someone's going to go down here. They have to. So much damage coming out. And being healed at the same time. Lithium is going to be eliminated. Void Fiber has been eliminated. It's up to just Steve now to hold on. But he is going to go down, unfortunately. Meaning a regroup is in session. They're only about 30%, meaning they've got plenty of time to try to retake the point. Meanwhile, Venture's getting some cheeky damage in. A Venture v Venture. Who's the better Venture? Steve is going to take out Venture. Dire is going to take out Orisa. Dire is going to take out Juno. Void Fiber is going to take out Brigitte and Cassidy. That is point going to the Grizzlies. Now they just have to hold on to it until that percentage at the very top that is blue gets to 100%. Risa's gonna use their ult. It's gonna get Steve and Void Fiber. Trevin's gonna go down. It's just Dire by himself. And he is going to go down, unfortunately. They're now sitting at about 70%. They do have another chance at this. It's not over just yet. Speed boost jumping into the fight. A strong ultimate by Dire going out. Steve gets one with the high noon. Void Fiber gets Orisa and Cassidy. Trevin goes down, but it's just Brigitte by themselves. And that is going to be the point going to the Grizzlies. That was amazing work, a great team effort. Now they just have to hold it on. They cannot lose another fight or else it will be over for this round. big headshots from the revolver coming from Steve. We got lots of abilities going out right now. Void Fiber's going to take out Juno. Dire's going to take out Orisa. Cassidy's going to go down to Dire. And Brigitte is going to go down to Venture here, maybe. Yes, that is true. Or actually, Lithium got him. Good work. Now they just have to hold this for the rest of this round, and they will win it. They do have another chance to... They can contest and bring it into overtime. Venture's going to go down to Steve. Juno's going to go down to Steve. And that is going to be the... Oh, wait. There's one Tracer harassing them. And that is going to be... Game going to the Grizzlies.
Play of the game.
All right, we are back with game number 2. We are now on Blizzard World. Blizzard World's got all kinds of references to their different games.
Draw them into my web.
Looks like the Grizzlies are going to be running Orisa, Venture, Widowmaker, Juno, and Brigitte. It seems they have found their ideal spot to hold. We're going to see if we can catch Steve on the camera hitting a quick snipe at the gate.
1. Attackers incoming. Defend objective A. The bloodshed begins.
The other enemy's got a Widow too, so he's going to have to be careful peeking this. He hits the shield.
I need help.
Shoutcaster here. We have a guest with us today. We have the one and only Jimmy Buckets, former player. Shoutcasting! We're going to be shoutcasting some Overwatch today. So,
All right, fill me in on what's going on here, Deacon.
we're on escort. Steve is going to hit his nasty snipe out the gate.
Dude, Steven's shots at the end of that last round were crazy.
They were. He was hitting some nasty headshots with that revolver.
Pulled up, said, relax, I'll handle it. Oh, that's Winston diving in on Steve. Widow got sights on,
That
gets
was
the
a
headshot.
crazy shot. from
Yeah,
the
that
Widow.
is an amazing shot by their Widow. Their Genjis have. Juno gets the torpedoes. Grizzlies lose high ground. Void Fiber goes down to the Winston. It looks like this is Marshalltown, right? Marshalltown's taking the point. Grizzlies are going to get another touch, though. Widow's got sights on the point. Winston uses bubble shield. Winston's at half HP.
Pizza's
Alan
going to go
keeping his
down.
eyes on that
Steve's
Winston.
going to go down to their Genji.
We got the Tracer on the Widow. Widow grapples away.
Tracer's a little too slippery for them to hit. Dyer's going to go down.
Tommy's backing up to reset with the team.
Stop the payload.
Yo.
Personne n'échappe à mon regard.
Oh, that's a nasty shot.
That was evil.
Oh my goodness.
Their Widowmaker just headshot 3 of our teammates. That was deadly.
Yeah, that was insane. They know how to play Widow on this map. That's not something that you casually just pull up and do.
Did force their Winston to retreat, though.
And waste ult. That's Winston ult gone.
They're going to have to
Widow
be careful
ult's over.
for this Widowmaker. They're going to hit another snipe like that.
Yeah, we're coming up on a lot of ults though. Dyer's got his ult. Scuba Steve is coming up on wall hacks. We're 73 on Juno ult. Tommy's getting low health.
Steve's going to get taken out by their Widowmaker again.
Man, their Widowmaker is pulling up some crazy numbers.
Yeah,
here.
absolutely.
Alan
They're
with the
making
ult on
use
the
of that gun.
supports. Tommy's going in on the Ana.
They're almost
That's
going to go
Ana
down. Brigitte's going to go down to...
That's Widow down
Widow's
2.
going to go down to Dyer.
Rick down 2.
They just have to
Alvin
get
Dyer really turned that around with his
They
ult.
just have to get rid of Winston.
Winston's backing up. This is going to be great because just winning one fight as defense here lets you get all sorts of positioning on high ground. That's going to give us a solid advantage for several fights to come. Scuba Steve's got his wall hacks up.
He's being very wary of his rival.
Yeah, we're going to have to respect that Widow.
Fiber is going in.
Going in and making
Tons of
They have
damage
used
coming
out of
out.
it.
Ana's going to go down to Void Fiber.
That's a big stagger, especially when Ana's got the nano boost in the pocket. Tommy's sitting
Absolutely.
here waiting to get behind their team.
Tommy is a master flanker. I've watched every game. He's never failed to hit some flanks and just absolutely ruin their backline.
No, he is an incredibly creative DPS. Always attacking from new angles and getting that venture ult to do some
Dyer's gonna
interesting
pop his ult.
The Genji goes down to half health during the blade. Misses the jab. Genji's 1 HP.
He just can't quite pick it up though.
Yeah, that Genji's slick.
It's just Dyer left by himself.
We might get another touch. We were fighting way far up, so we should have time to reset and attack that point once again.
But he is going to go down to Widowmaker.
Winston's getting that early push. Void Fiber's on the point contesting.
Steve's looking for another cheeky snipe. Almost lands it, but not quite. And he's goes down to Genji.
Genji's making big plays. He hits the jab far away on the Ana. Looks like they're taking that space back on that high
Trying to
ground.
contest for as long as possible, it looks like. Void Fiber's going to go down in
Very
this
low.
bubble.
Stop the payload, you
Steven's looking to take out his rival, the enemy Widowmaker. Alright, they get the next checkpoint, but we got a lot of time down on them. Scuba Steve makes the emergency swap to Reaper, and it looks like their Widowmaker has switched to Cassidy. One of their supports has switched to Lucio, and the Ana has switched to Bat. And the other DPS to Mei, and now Ramatra.
And
The
our
enemy
team-
team has completely switched their composition.
And our team can't see that yet, right?
Yeah, they cannot see that, but Alan Dyer has switched to Zarya. The Mei puts up the wall on Alan.
Void Fiber is in behind them. They don't realize he's underground yet.
He's going in. The Lucio gets pretty low.
Lucio might go down to Fiber here, but not quite.
Tommy's close to getting that ult, and I know he's going to make some big use of it here in this choke. The Mei goes down to Alan. Ramatra's 1 HP.
Ramatra
The
is
Juno ult
so
comes
low
out.
they can die. And they go down to Dyer.
That's a big fight to win. The enemy team is not going to have some ults for a minute, and we have Tommy coming up on the Venture ult, and Dyer coming up on the Zarya ult.
Teams regrouped and come around the corner again.
Scuba Steve really contesting that
Steve's
Mei,
gonna
but
go
goes
down to
down.
Bat. Ramatra is going to come in and kill Brigitte by themselves. Lithium's keeping Dyer alive.
Only a minute left on the game clock.
Dyer's going to go down to Cassidy.
We're going to get another contest. It looks like they're going to come up on Annihilation. They have Window. Coming up on B and Blizzard. That's a lot of ults on the enemy team.
Tommy's pretty far in behind him. I can't tell if this is a good thing or a bad thing for him.
Tommy's going to be able to live, but not without the.
He might be able to take out the support. Oh, but
He gets the lamp out. That's a big deal. Scuba Steve gets the Lucio.
Void Fiber's back here causing absolute chaos. They're forced to not pay attention to him, and that is going to be
The
the
back
cause of
goes
their
down.
death. But it is not going to be enough, and Marshalltown is going to take round one.
They've got 25 seconds left on that extra time clock. If the Grizzlies can make a push with plenty of spare time, then that'll be a big advantage.
We're really just going to have to focus on having someone stay on that cart the whole time that they're fighting, though.
Yeah, no kidding.
Is there anything interesting about this map that people need to be aware of?
So there's a lot of high ground all over this map. It's what makes this map such a haven for really good Widowmakers, Soldier, 76, any kind of hit scan player. I know Tommy is nasty on the Ashe. So I think that Dyer might ask for a switch to Ashe rather than Venture here on defense.
ready for battle.
Actually, we're on attack. I'm sorry, I completely mixed that up. We've got Junker Queen. Alan is nasty on the Junker Queen, and Junker Queen is going to be good as long as he can hit those knives for getting rid of the enemy advantage on high ground. This is going to be a super aggressive comp. We've got Venture to go in on the flanks. We've got Juno to grant speed boost. Alan is going to be shouting for additional speed boost. And Brig and Cass are going to be a dynamic duo of damage.
Could you explain to me why people decide to set up here instead of closer to the front door? Or is it because they can get healed from their spawn? Is that the reason?
So holding at the choke is pretty dangerous because if someone is able, it makes you more susceptible to a flank attack from the left side of this map.
Oh, okay.
And if you lose a support, you're going to have a hard time backing up. So a lot of teams like to play that Sigma, play the Hanzo, Widowmaker, or Ashe up on that high ground. But this is what makes Junker Queen so good, is it's so aggressive and forces the enemy to drop down just as what happened there. Alan Dyer's getting aggressive. Tommy's getting some damage, charging his ult.
Tommy is always a nuisance to the enemy team.
Tommy's going out on the Widow, gets the pick early in the fight.
Widow, Dyer's
Takes out the Hanzo.
that just made the dominant
That's a
fall
great
over.
fight.
It's just Sigma by himself, which is not a position they want to be in.
Stellar performance for the Grizzlies.
Absolutely, that was amazing stuff. That was quick. That was much faster than what the other team captured this point at.
Yeah, if there's anything I've learned from watching Dyer, it is that you do not underestimate his Junker Queen.
All right, looks like Tommy is actually going to get ahead and see if he can catch somebody off guard.
That is the Tommy way, I tell you.
It's so funny. It's so fun to watch him. He always just
He is a lone soldier, a commando, on a mission.
Dyer's back to Orisa.
This might be a good decision, especially when this high ground has so much
Yeah,
options.
they're kind of seems like they're kind of struggling to get over this little hump. Trevin is staying on that payload. They may not even be realize that he's pushing it yet.
This is a tough high ground to beat. Junker Queen isn't as good here because of all of the different options the enemy team has on rotation. That's a tough javelin, but the support keeps them
I
up.
was about to say, Steve almost went down to that. They got a lot of distance on that payload there while they were not paying attention.
The team's pushing up right. This is going to restrict the enemy mobility on rotation a lot. We've got the Orisa's trading damage. Alan uses his Fortify, gets some space. He is really getting the enemy team off of there, and we pop Juno ult.
Juno is going to take out the other. Lithium's going to take out the other Juno.
Alan's taking a lot of damage, but the Orisa goes down! This is a
That was
huge,
absolutely huge.
huge fight.
That payload has not stopped moving very much since they've started it. It's just been going the whole time. When the enemy was doing it, they were not pushing it as fast as the Grizzlies are right now, which gives them a very good chance to win this round.
The Juno's getting the touch,
Steve does get Brigitte with the high noon.
and Void Fiber takes out the Venture. Their
Dyer's
cat
going
is
to take out
dead.
Juno. Orisa is going to, and that is a team kill.
Magnificent work.
Amazing work for the Grizzlies.
Clean cut team kill. Not a single elimination for Marshalltown.
And the Grizzlies just have so much time. They barely made it to the last objective with 25 seconds, and we've got almost 5 whole minutes.
Yeah, they've really got their momentum rolling here. Dyer's doing a great job of taking important space and forcing the enemy to rotate into inconvenient positions, which allows for Tommy and Steve to take advantage of that.
And for them to push the payload up.
Yeah, we are also really doing a good job of constantly staying on payload. That Orisa is on half health, forces out the Juno ult to keep the tank alive. They're taking space here, but it's not near as advantageous for them as a Juno ult could have been.
Tommy is in behind him. They don't even realize that he's right above them.
This is a good position for Tommy to take. The Cassidy's pushing after him. That hinder nade is big on their part.
Yeah.
Tommy's living though. Tommy gets back
He
and
is
lives.
safe.
Alan uses the Orisa ult and is taking that space. Makes the enemy Venture ult way less effective. Trevin's rally here has given us a lot of momentum too. Tommy gets the Cassidy.
Dyer gets Brigitte.
The enemy Orisa
Trevin
goes
gets
down.
Orisa. And Dyer takes out Juno. They just have one Venture wandering around. And that is
the
going
push.
to be game number 2, round number 2, going to the Grizzlies.
Score 3-3. Switching sides.
Approximately one fight, maybe 2 if the enemy team is lucky, on their push.
All right, so I'm assuming, yeah, they're attacking now, and they have to make it all the way to the end within a minute, right?
It's not that they have to make it all the way to the end. It's just so that they see how far they can get, and the Grizzlies will have to match that. But
Oh.
after watching this performance, I've got no doubt that the Grizzlies are going to match whatever momentum Marshalltown brings to the table.
We got new players on our team? Nope, but they do have an Echo, Mercy, Diva, Kiriko, and Genji, which they got a whole new cast on their team.
Yeah, they're really looking for that mobility. It looks like the dive comp that they're going with now is going to look for an early pick, like I said, that can take advantage of a chokehold, holding the choke right here as close as the Grizzlies are. I think the Grizzlies are hoping to take them off guard, because since they're going to be expecting a high ground play. But
That would be interesting. I'm excited to see this.
Attackers incoming. Defend objective.
They're all 5 in there.
it looks like they're all going that side route where the Grizzlies are really
They might take them off guard.
They think that the Venture's alone.
Diva.
The ambush strat gets a lot of damage on the Diva. Diva makes it out though. Tommy's getting in there. Gets the pick on the mech. Mech's gone. Diva's
Diva's
down.
down. They have no tank. Looks like they are trying to withdraw.
Marshalltown's gonna have to stagger back, get back on their feet before they can push again. The enemy tank has switched to Orisa, and they've switched to Pharah as well. They still have the Kiriko, Mercy, Genji.
That was a close spear from Dyer.
Really quick emergency switch. They've only got 8 seconds on the clock. They're going to have to touch right now. Scuba Steve's got hit scan damage that can deal with that Pharah as long as he's able to see her. Mercy goes down to 1 HP.
Brevin goes down there. Orisa's going to go down to Void Fiber.
The Genji's at 1 HP on the high ground. Pharah drops down. Dyer gets the Kiriko. Genji is down, and that is it
That
for
is-
Marshalltown's push. All that the Grizzlies have to do now is capture this first point with 4 minutes and 15 seconds on the clock to do it.
Sounds like an easy job to me.
After seeing their momentum on their attack push, I've got no doubt that this is light work.
Yeah, I remember last week, I can remember them talking about how they were preparing for this very specific game, and it looks like those VOD reviews and his stuff like that is really paying off right now.
No kidding. If the Grizzlies can do anything, it is learn from VOD, address the situation, and I mean, out of anyone I've ever seen play Overwatch, nobody can solve a problem like Alan Dyer can.
Absolutely. I am Alan Dyer, my beloved.
Alan Dyer, my beloved. He is back on that Junker Queen, ready to rush that high ground if they choose to play it. Enemy team is running Orisa, Cassidy, Brigitte, Juno, and Venture, just like our team. Let's see if they choose to hold the choke or the high ground. It looks like they're
They're going to
choosing...
try to hold just on the point.
I severely doubt it. That's a really risky play if they do decide to do
It seems
that.
like a strange setup so far.
It looks like they've got Venture on the off angle, and the rest of the team ready to hold main point.
It's
They might be getting set up on high ground.
Attackers incoming.
Yeah, it looks like they're setting up on high
that's
ground.
exactly what they're doing.
Exactly what Alan Dyer is equipped to solve right now. Alan Dyer throws the knife at the Venture to try and get them out of their spot. Misses, but
They're just
Juno Ring goes
pushing
up.
up those staircases, saying, no, we don't want you on that high ground.
Yeah, no, this is our high ground and we're gonna take it.
Steve is going to go down to their Cassidy.
That's a rough pick. Alan Dyer's going in, uses the axe. Orisa's taking a lot of space for Marshalltown, but the Venture goes
Viper's going to
down.
go down. Void Fiber's going to go down.
Brigitte goes down. Juno's at 1 HP, but Alan Dyer is just on the last sliver of health and goes down.
It's just not quite going to be enough.
We've got
But
plenty
it
of
doesn't
time.
matter. They've got so much time left.
So
They-
at this point, since the enemy team did not get any progress on the point, even if the Grizzlies don't win, it will be counted as a draw. So
Okay.
this is only a winning or drawing scenario for the Grizzlies.
that is a desirable position to be in.
It looks like the Grizzlies are choosing to rotate around the pillar,
And it
taking the
seems to be
space on the
working,
left side, going
forcing them off the
directly
high
to
ground.
point. Like I told you, Alan Dyer can solve a problem like no other. The Orisa goes down to half health. Scuba Steve landing his headshots on that tank. Scuba Steve gets a lot of damage on the cast on high ground as well. Really keeping that Orisa in check. The Deadeye gets Tommy. And Alan goes down. Our team goes down. But, like I said, I've got
We still
complete
got 2
faith.
minutes.
We've got several more fights that the Marshalltown team is going to have to answer to. And they can't do that if we choose to continue to build up our ults and let them all out in one fight.
Yeah, I was about to say, it looks like the Grizzlies might have some ults ready here in a bit.
We got the enemy team to use 2 of their ults, Orisa and Cass ult, and we have Juno ult. So does the enemy team, though. If they choose to match it, then the fight is on even terms. We push the high ground and we get them off. This is a big advantageous position.
Yes, it is.
The Juno popped the
They're
ult.
in full retreat.
The Jab just misses the Juno, and the enemy team uses the Juno ult in retaliation. Alan Dyer is holding that space.
Steve is
though.
going to use Deadeye. Steve gets
That's the pick on the
Steve
venture.
gets
Trevin goes
Deadeye.
down.
Woodfiber's going to go down. Dyer's going to use his ult. Might be able to pick up the Juno. But
And
it's
it
too
looks like
slippery
they're-
of a target. And I
Yeah,
think he's
they're
looking to retreat
sustaining.
now. He's still holding it. Lithium is still alive back there, healing him. But they are
Lithium
unfortunately
goes
going to go down. It's just Dyer by himself,
Dyer
and
goes
he's
down.
unfortunately going to go down as well.
We've still got to fight. And we've got Trevin's rally while the enemy team is maybe going to get Castle, maybe going to get Orisa ult.
Greetings.
Choosing to stick with the same comp. The enemy team takes that high ground. You got to give kudos to Marshalltown's mental fortitude here. A lot of teams would have given up after seeing that 4 minutes and let the
Yeah,
defense
or,
flip.
or cracked under the pressure.
We take that high ground. The enemy team backs off, goes to the main point. The Grizzlies kind of shutting off and choosing to heal a little bit. It looks like Dyer's directing them to that back angle. Tommy's
behind him.
Oh,
that was
rough
brutal.
pick.
That was a double headshot from Cassidy, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
That absolutely destroyed him.
That Hinder nade is rough to deal with as a venture. We've got the high ground on the point, though. The enemy team is having to back up. Steven's landing his shots. Steven
Those-
may come up on Deadeye here.
And if they can contest it, Tommy's in the right position to cause some chaos here.
Yep, Tommy's already back.
He can take out 2 people here if he does it right.
He's going
He's
for
gonna take out Cassidy.
What?
Going to take out 3 with his ultimate.
Great job, Dyer!
Holy crap. That is going to be a W for this round for the Grizzlies if they can get this last kill before the rest of the team shows up.
And there it is.
And there it is. That
Round
is
2 for the Grizzlies.
game number 2 going to the Grizzlies. Absolutely fantastic work from everybody.
Man, they're really choosing to keep it exciting for us.
Really, absolutely.
Play of the game.
No one can resist my spell.
All right, we are back in game number 3. This time we are on, what's this map called again?
Circuit Royale.
Is there anything interesting about this map that anybody needs to know?
So this is a very poke-heavy map. As you can see, we've already got Dire on Sigma, Scuba Steve on Widow, and Trevin on Ana.
Is this map new? I don't oh wait, no, it's just daytime. That's why I don't recognize it.
Yeah, this map has been nighttime. It
Oh,
looks like the
we
enemy team
may
does
have a
have
technical difficulty. I think, yep, we definitely have a technical difficulty.
Yeah, it looked like they said...
we will be back in just a second. And we are back again. Sorry about that.
Yep, and it is suddenly nighttime on Circuit Royale.
Now I recognize the map.
So,
Has there ever been an official game impacted by the time of day in a game? I feel like that'd be like a really niche thing. You know how like in Counter-Strike they have chickens that have ruined games before?
Yeah, I'm not totally sure about daytime maps. I know that Halloween maps can sometimes... Oh, it looks like...
We
one of the
may be
enemy's players-
having a consistent technical difficulty. We will be right back. All right, we are back. Sorry about the continued delay, but we are now
Ready for battle.
on, what's it called again, the map?
Circuit Royale,
Circuit
and it
Royale?
seems we've gone through an entire 24-hour cycle. From
That-
daytime to nighttime, back to daytime.
That is a wild circumstance. This is a very pretty map during the daytime. I've never seen it at this time. Looks like they are going to be running the same composition of... Actually, we have a... Or they have a Life Weaver now. I don't think I noticed that before.
So it looks like we've got the Sigma v Sigma matchup. Void Fiber staying on his trusty Venture character. And then we've got Scuba Steve versus Chunkles once again on the Widowmaker matchup.
Looks like they're going to claim this as their high ground choke point to hold.
Attackers incoming. Stop.
So it looks like Alan Dyer is holding pretty far up, not using the high ground. Oh, we've got a match pause. I had my screen frozen on the lobby screen. Even more technical errors.
Maybe. I think there might just be a misunderstanding here. I think they might think they need another pause, but I don't think they do. Maybe. Did the clock start already? Okay, I think they're good.
It seems like the clock may have just started.
All right, I think we're good now. Let's see if Steve is able to hit a cheeky snipe out the gate.
I got faith. Sigma puts his shield up after seeing Steven on the Widowmaker. Mercy pops
Big
up,
damage.
goes down to half health. Steve's got his eyes on that Mercy. It looks like Steven also
Big
knows
headshot.
where the enemy Widowmaker is right now because of Tommy. Hanzo's going in, challenging Steven.
Dyer's pushing him back even further.
It looks like their plan is to hold this far up, and we've got the Juno pick so that we can speed back to high ground if need be.
Tommy is going to go down to Widowmaker.
That is an insane shot by the enemy Widowmaker.
Yeah,
by
their
the way.
Widowmaker's not playing.
It looks like they're holding up in that very back room. Allen on Sigma contesting the payload while this enemy Sigma pushes up. He uses Grasp, low on his cooldowns, but stops the enemy Sigma's rock. He's doing a lot of damage.
Yeah, I was about to say he's lasting a lot longer in this position than I thought he was going to.
Allen is fighting very bravely. The enemy back drops down. They're getting to the choke. Tommy is digging in on Venture. Takes this high ground. Make sure nobody takes an advantage on them.
I don't quite notice him here yet.
They've got the Mercy pocket on the Venture to deal with Mr. Void Fiber. The enemy Sigma uses
Steve,
his
oh,
blood.
Steve is going to go down to their Widowmaker, unfortunately.
Widowmaker gets a pick on Ana too. but
Void Fiber's
Tommy
going
gets
to take
the
out their
Venture.
Venture.
Alan Dyer gets the Baptiste. We are now on a level playing field.
This is not an ideal
Take the
position for a
Widow.
Widowmaker.
What a way to bounce back, especially with the enemy.
He could take out this Mercy if he's fast enough. Mercy's going to go down to Lithium, and Sigma is going to go down to Dyer.
What a way to rebound a team fight.
Yeah, absolutely. I thought they were going to be toast there.
Yeah, 2 picks from Widow and a Flux is a dangerous situation to be in. But Alan Dyer kept cool.
They need to be careful with this Widowmaker. They're looking for a snipe.
Yeah.
Steve's got his infrared activated as well. Just waiting for an opportunity to take someone's head off.
We've got a Widow wall hack 1v1. The enemy Widow's wall hacks are gone, but so are Steven's. Steven grapples up, sees the enemy Widow, gets a shot, but not the headshot. And that is
But
3
it's going to be
picks.
enough for Void Fiber to take out Widowmaker and Baptist and Sigma. Was that a team kill? Or was that had to have been close?
That is the team kill, I believe, unless Venture.
I don't think Venture actually went all the way in just yet.
All right, that's still a fight won by the Grizzlies. There's only 50 seconds left on the clock for the enemy team to get through this choke and to the checkpoint. The enemy Widow is pulling up though. Steven's got to be careful with where his head is. The enemy Widow takes out Void Fiber, challenging the high ground.
A morbid reminder for Steve. Venture is going to be dropping in on Steve, going to take Steve out.
Baptiste gets
Dyer is able to take out their Sigma.
and that's the pick on Trevin's Ana. Only 16 seconds left on the clock. Allen
Johnny
uses
just
the block.
ultimate. He gets 2.
He gets both supports.
They're both going to go down. Widowmaker is by themselves here.
Venture's on the payload, pushes them off.
And Venture is going to go down.
Wow.
I don't think Sigma has enough time to touch. Is he fast enough? Oh, he's going to use...
It's by God.
Rock. That is going to be round 1 going to the Grizzlies.
Takes out both supports with the fluff.
Did he rock him while he was using his ult?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Yep.
that was awesome. I thought that was close. That would have made Sigma touch. I don't know if there's anybody else that was in range after Sigma, but that was a huge play.
Incredible defense by the Grizzlies here.
It's a nice car.
I guess in Circuit Royale, they're able to afford the nice cars.
This does not look like Poland to me. All right. It looks like we are running Sigma, Venture, Widowmaker, Juno, and Life Looper.
The enemy team is running a rush comp with Ramatra, Lucio, Juno, Cass, and Venture on defense here.
That is actually interesting. Okay.
That Ramatra is wanting to take advantage of.
They
Alan's
do not have a
shields.
sniper just yet, do they?
No, it looks like the enemy team might not be playing Widowmaker here.
But Steve is. What kind of angle is he gonna have coming out of here? I can't actually get out.
So he's going to be on that left side. He's going to be able to see anybody on that little perch
One.
right there on the right if you leave spawn doors.
Stop the payload.
Steven set up. It looks like their entire.
They are
team
all in this
waiting.
little area. They're gonna. That is going to be dangerous. Okay, they're all coming out.
They get the pick on.
Lithium is gonna go down. Steve's got to retreat. Steve is gonna go down.
That is 2 picks very early. That was a very coordinated rush.
That was very coordinated. Dyer is likely gonna go down here.
Yep. Despite Alan Dyer spotting. the
Venture's gonna
enemy
go
team,
down, and it's. Wow, that was an insane play by the enemy team. I gotta applaud that. That was some insane coordination.
Orisa is here.
Really, really clever sneaky attack.
I don't think the Grizzlies are gonna fall for that again, though.
Yeah.
They're very cautious of that building.
Alan Dyer is ready to deal with a Ramatra. He's on the Orisa, ready
Tommy,
to make face.
looks like Tommy's found him inside the building. Yep, they're all coming out at the same time again.
They're gonna have some
But the
trouble
Grizzlies are a little
getting
bit more
that
prepared for this time. Cassidy's going to go down with the sleep plus Dyer combo. Lucio's going to go down to Steve.
Ramatra.
Trevin is going to go down to Ramatra. But Ramatra's going to go down to Tommy. Lithium's going to go down to Venture. It's just Venture over there by themselves, and they know that. But they're not going for it. They're just staying on the cart, which is really what they need to be doing.
Venture's watching that cart just get closer and closer to winning the game.
You got to do something.
As long as Juno and Ana.
They're still paying attention. They have not forgotten just yet, while the rest of the team takes the brunt of their tanks and DPS here.
Alan
Dyer is absolutely making a stand. He takes out the Cassidy, takes out Juno. Is he going to take out Lucio?
Lucio goes down to Tommy. Ramatra's struggling here, goes down. And it is just the Venture yet again.
That was just crazy. I would have never thought.